Hello and welcome back to another Fate Granddaughter video. So yeah, we'll be moving along with this story. Last time we dealt with the Area A's moon cancer, who was Sessio in Kiara, and her approval rating went up to 75%, but still her proposal was not taken in for some reason. So, and we learned about what happened in 2400, I think, or 2300. Yeah, post gen 2400. Yep, the development of second gen AI sees this AI reaches its limit, and they make last slot, which was the final second gen AI, and they also created Archetype. So yeah, and we learned that Kazura Drop was the one who changed or manipulated King Protea into attacking us, or not not what you call that, not exactly manipulated her, but he absorbed her, I think, and transformed into her. I think that's what they said. So yeah, we are moving on to the final stage of the story, so we should be able to complete this today itself. So yeah, let's begin. Interlude 4. Still, they looked like they were really enjoying themselves. I wonder if I could have gone with them if I were as small as Lip. But I guess that's the one thing I can never be, no matter how hard I try. Don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to give up. There is nothing you can't achieve with hard work. Who's there? You want to see things as humans see them. You want to live your life the way they do. You want to share their worries, their weaknesses. To me, that all sounds horrifying, but to you, it is a dream come true. I don't understand it, but I expect there are some kinds of suffering unique to those who were born blessed. So I'm going to grant you your wish. Okay, this is probably Kazura. I can't make you human sized, but I can make everything around you your size. In my insect space, everyone and everything is the same. You'll be no exception. That said, your huge scale will make you keep growing even there. So to make this really work, we'll need to extract that pesky skull from you. Let's make a deal, Protea. You give me your body and I make your dream come true. You'll get weak and I'll get strong. There is nothing wrong with us trading, so we each get what we want, right? We're sisters, aren't we? Yup. That's right. Who should I eat first? That was always the most important question and the most difficult. After absorbing one of them, the rest of my prey would be on alert. That means I won't be able to ambush even one of them without getting beaten down. I am the weakest of the Sakura 5 by far. On a level playing field, I have no chance of winning. Protea especially was the worst matchup of all. I could never stop to kill her. I could never hope to kill her, not even in her sleep. She's so tough, none of my attacks could even make a dent, meaning there wasn't much point in ambushing her. If I was going to absorb Protea, it would have to be through a contact that was on the up and up. But then, while I was wondering how I could convince her, Wade's team showed up and solved the problem for me. Thanks to them, I obtained the strongest spirit origin imaginable and one fell swoop. From there, it was just a matter of who to smash first. Astolfo and Ginako's success. Wade and Hakuna. Well, I suppose I let them get away. They should still be useful later. Beast, failure. Edison, failure. Earth, another failure. Kiara, never an option. She would have given me horrible indigestion. Heh, it's a good thing Wade isn't here right now. I can practically see myself wasting magical energy after he says something like, Aren't you failing way more than you're succeeding? But that is enough. Past experience has taught me that eating too much can lead to disaster. I still have enough capacity remaining for one more moon cancer, and I know just the pathetic earth-made imposter to fill it with. Ooh. No way. No way. Our fountain of humanity value is still rock bottom. Why? I don't understand why I had a candidate cross 70%. Over half the remaining humans agreed that this way of dying out was fine. So why? Why is it still not working? What was the flaw in my method? It's okay, Vivi. Forget about this plan. Just use me. My annihilation proposal might be sudden, but it still packs a punch. This moon even has the same crater. One day, a deadly planet appeared from the depths of space and destroyed civilization. Humanity's extinction was just a side effect. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure they'll accept it, no question asked. I bet you aren't a fan of how I made it sound like an afterthought though. No, I can't sign off on that. The fact that this annihilation actually took place in your world is ideal, but ultimately you managed to avert it, so it doesn't have a proven track record. It won't be. Master? Kishiname is not here anymore. I ambushed her, capturing her while she was defenseless. I am holding her in my hand right now. She really isn't pretty as a butterfly, isn't she? And every bit as fragile. Why, I might just squeeze her to death by accident if something surprises me, so I wouldn't make any sudden moves if I were your baby Dubai. Kazurata, what do you think you are doing here? Go back to Area D. Your slogan might not have gained any support, but there is still value in you being a moon cancer and candidate. In fact, you are the last hope I have left. If you change your slogan now, your campaign could still. Would you just give up already? Your plan won't work. It was never going to work. Humanity will never accept any other end. This world is going to be pruned away, and there is nothing you can do about it. That's right. It's all good to end as the worst possible world, and why shouldn't it? It's what it deserves. The people of this world were terrible. You, this world's imposter BB, aren't exactly a gem. The best thing for everyone would be to get rid of both terrible things at once, don't you? Don't worry though, I'll take good care of what remains of the new humans after you are gone. You think you can talk to me like that just because you have taken my master hostage? So, what if you have? Kishinami Hakuno's an outsider. She showed up of her own accord. She was never originally part of my plan. You want to crush her? Crush her. I'll just recover her corpse after I erased you from existence. Honestly, I'm disappointed. I knew there was an even chance of you turning on me. But I can't believe you actually thought you could challenge me after absorbing only 2 moon cancers. You should have gotten at least one more to stand a chance. So imposter or not, you can still run numbers. You think I could fight you if I absorbed 3 moon cancers? I couldn't agree more, BB Dubai. But then, if you really thought that great angel of the sea only left because Kiara defeated her, you really do deserve to die. So who was that great angel of sea? Because it was never mentioned who it was. Let's see. Warning, warning. The city management AI's frame has sustained damage. Current system damage 48%. At this level, Moon Dubai can no longer be managed satisfactorily. Oh, this is what happened before the power went out, okay. Current system damage 69%. At this level, Moon Dubai will cease to function as a city. Attacking the city management AI is strictly forbidden. Attacking the city management AI is strictly forbidden. Individual causing damage due to negligence are subject to 500 years in shutdown and 50% of total spirit origin data confiscated. Individual causing damage with intent are subject to 100,000 years in shutdown and 90% of total. Shut up. You should have known better than to make me a moon cancer. Did you forget that I have a small advantage against opponents of the same kind of as me? With 3 addition moon cancers power in the mix, you and I are more or less even. But as you can see, my innate special ability gives me just enough of an edge. Don't worry, I'll carry on your plan to keep this world going. I don't have any responsibility to manage this city, so I can throw away as much of humanity's property as I like. First, I'll start by launching that archetype into space, since this all started with them. Then, I'll make a copy of the data for all the new humans left on Moon Dubai and scatter it all across Earth. Finally, I'll raise humans for eons, no, for all of time, by tormenting them all I like. The weak and foolish old humans, the strong yet still foolish new humans. I'll raise them all in my own private enclosure. I'm nothing like you. I'm not like my sister. Not like my sisters either. I am a complete perfect AI. And that is exactly why I refuse to accept anything less than perfection from the creatures who made me. So, I won't be letting humanity die out before they manage what I consider a passing grade. This election is over. Sleep well, BB Dubai. And thank you so much for making this all so very easy for me. And then the announcement happened. So disappointing. I was going to let you have your fun since your idea was so original. But then you went and blew it by saying something so staggeringly dumb there at the end. Huh? Whoa. Oh. Yay, I'm back to my old self. I mean, are you okay, BB? Whatever that was, it sounded pretty bad. Launching the archetype into space, that's the one thing that must never ever happen. I refuse to accept a new prime species. We are and always will be the dominant species on this world. BB, are you awake? BB, who are you? Of course I am BB Dubai. I am Moon Dubai's absolute unquestioned ruler. I was made with the full wisdom of humanity and am charged with overseeing the history of humanity. Humans. How can they be so impossibly stupid? You know what? Forget it. I'm starting over. Really. I should have just done this from the beginning. If those stupid humans can't accept an annihilation proposal, then I'll show them what annihilation looks like up close. I, BB Dubai, am officially throwing my hat in the ring as the candidate for Area B. Oh, and never mind the approval rating. I don't care what the citizens think anymore. Because my proposal is humanity is wiped out in an AI triggered apocalypse. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Wipe out every last human alive with my own two AI hands. Hmm, that's hmm, that's bad. Whoa, map change. Purple. Okay. Lights out. Section 80. The new proposal is humanity is wiped out in an AI triggered apocalypse. This proposal has been finalized and will be carried out immediately. Effective immediately. Moon the will permanently cease all city related functions. Effective immediately. Moon the will no longer be tasked with preserving civilization. It is currently 4:27 p.m. Human Standard Time. At midnight tonight, the last remains of Earth's humanity will meet their end. Please, please savor the foolish, wasteful act of consumption in which you have engaged thus far as you welcome your final moments in this world. 5 p.m. Moon Dubai's final day. 7 hours to city-wide shutdown. 7 hours till shit. What? 7 hours to city-wide shutdown. Area B's approval rating has reached 100%. None of the other areas are even showing a number anymore. Which probably means BB Dubai has become a candidate herself. The rest of the candidates are gone. It's probably safe to assume that the last moon cancer candidate Kazura Drop from Area D is dead. I bet BB Dubai found out what she was up to and took her out. Or maybe she tried to challenge BB Dubai for the throne and got beaten down. Shame, after all the work she did to be the last moon cancer standing. Sure, she kinda had it coming, but still. Maybe things wouldn't have been different if she had been able to absorb Protea Alter while she was unconscious. But BB Cosmos stuck close to Protea Alter to make sure that couldn't happen. That must have been Kazura Drop's limit. She knew she was pulling strings behind the scenes to make her move. She would have also known there was a chance no one would be there with her if she failed. Her methods may have been less than ideal, but her desire to save humanity was genuine, making this even more of a shame. If we'd just had more time, maybe we could have worked things out with her and formed a true partnership. It's fine if Bibi Dubai made herself a candidate, but I don't like how she automatically gave herself a 100% approval rating. For one thing, I can't imagine that broadcast we just heard would convince Moon Dubai citizens to support her. Isn't that cheating? Yes and no. Yes, she is cheating in the sense that Bibi Dubai only got to 100% all of a sudden because she is no longer interested in holding a fair election. But even if she hadn't, I suspected she'd still be polling at hun no 95%. Was it right for us AIs to have been created? Did our existence ultimately lead to the destruction of the old humans? The new humans have been wrestling with those questions since their inception, which is why BB the Wise proposal would gather overwhelming support. Humanity is wiped out in an AI triggered apocalypse. That has always been the Moon Dubai AI's greatest fear. I wonder how Moon Dubai's new human, the third gen AIs are handling this. Double X Alter and CL have gone out to scout. I'm pretty sure I already know exactly what they'll have to say though. 90% of the third gens will demand that BB the Wire retire and move to make that happen. But being intelligent AI is their own right. They'll soon see that there is no point in trying. None of the AIs on Moon Dubai can match BB Dubai's capacity, not even if they all banded together. They'll run a quick simulation of likely outcomes in their heads, then ultimately decide to do nothing. No riots, no revolts. They know that doing nothing is the best way to gain even one more second of operational time. There are only 7 hours to go, so they'll spend them looking up at the Burj Khalifa and wondering where they went wrong. Okay, but that's not what we are going to do. We are going to talk about what to do next. Exactly. You don't have the same responsibility as the new humans, Wayne. So there is no need to lump them together. Besides, we were always going to have to defeat that accursed BB Dubai to get you back to Kaldia. If we happen to also save the people of Moon Dubai as a side effect, so much the better. On that note, there is one thing I want to clear up. Right, we have been facing the same unanswered questions since we arrived on Moon Dubai. How did the people of this world die out and what killed them? That's the question Archetype Earth asked you to answer, isn't it, Senpai? Given our present situation, it seems all the new humans are certain AI destroyed humanity, but indeed, we have had the same discussions ourselves a number of times, but Lady Jinako said that was one possibility that would never happen. The problem is the archetype. The problem is the fact that this world is going to be pruned away. Archetype, you mean the one they mentioned at the museum? But we haven't seen it anywhere and it's inactive, right? Yeah, we don't know what it was. We don't know what it was that destroyed them, but we can think about what might have caused it. Sessio and Kiara claimed there was another kind of moon cancer apart from the serpent class. What did you make of that, Ved? If the archetype is the reason humanity was destroyed, doesn't that mean it was this moon cancer? No, the archetype the new humans made and the moon cancer Kiara told us about are separate things. Right, the archetype only exists. It's merely the cause, or rather the inception point. Archetype Inception. Yep, that's the title drop. Having achieved immortality and the new humans of Moon Dubai, then went on to create an archetype. This archetype could take humanity's place as the planet's new prime species. It was a brand new life form that surpassed their imperfect selves. So what did the people of this world do with it? Well, I am only guessing, but I don't think he could believe or understand why something superior to human in every way would ever serve them. I think the part of him being special was the only pretext. The truth is, he was probably just afraid of something even being better. And that baseless fear of AI led him to wiping out humanity. If true, he was momentarily foolish. I think you're jealous of humans and the immortality they have gained, aren't you? It's been painful coming from the future and seeing just how far short you fall of them, right? It's okay, Ved. It's fine to feel that way. You are qualified to come with me if you like. They didn't accept the archetype. They didn't accept the archetype they made themselves. Hmm. Oh. The people of the world couldn't accept the existence of something greater than themselves. It didn't matter that they had they had made it themselves, whether it was an AI or the next generation of prime species. If the condition for the life to exist is that it leaves behind descendants, then the condition for a world to exist is the creation of its next prime species. A world that rejects its successor is not a world, a root worth keeping. If humans, if human history were a chart for humanity to navigate, this is surely the decision it would reach. The reason the world's people died out is because they were no longer able to leave behind a successor. Then can't they just say they'll let the archetype take over for them now? Alright, the AIs on Moondubai don't have access to data from before the year 3000, do they? So they'd probably had no idea what we were talking about. Even if they did, it wouldn't change anything in all likelihood. They'd just reject the archetype even harder. The third gen AIs are based on real humans. Their souls would still naturally refuse to accept anything that surpasses them. At heart, they are the same humans whose fear of death and anguish in the life led to them becoming the dominant species on Earth. This world was finished the moment it decided to base the next generation of AI on them. No matter how much more advanced they may be, the new humans are still exactly that, human. The very idea of not being on top of the food chain repulses them at an instinctual level, meaning so long as the collective consciousness exists, that archetype will remain dormant. Well, I can hardly blame it. If I knew I was an unwanted child, I wouldn't be too keen to waking up either. So, as a result, the new humans exhausted their resources and their minds by maintaining the status quo, which ultimately led to their ruin. And as long as their existence continues is to not have any one particular cause, humanity as a whole will eventually prune this world away. That was why BB Dubai had to That was why BB Dubai had to hold the final boss of humanity annihilation showdown. Even though this world's humans were gone, humanity might still spare the world itself if their end came about differently. BB Dubai must have thought that the pruning could be avoided if there was a chance in the collective consciousness in Moon Dubai citizens' understanding of their demise. However, humanity's decision didn't change even after Sessioin's approval rating passed 70. So suddenly backed into a corner, BB Dubai chose to throw her hat into the ring as the last resort. Now the people of Moon Dubai are in complete unconscious argument that AI caused an apocalypse. That's not far from the actual reason humans died out. If it actually happens, it could overturn humanity's decision. Reasons the humans died out. BB Dubai killing all the new humans of Moon Dubai will certainly make the whole idea much more convincing. I get where she's coming from, but I'm not going to let that happen. Huh? Hang on, isn't AI... I know, but it's better if you don't think about that too much right now. Even if BB Dubai's ultimate goal is to stop this world from being pruned away, we cannot let her shut down all of Moon Dubai and erase the new humans. Her plan is to build on speculation. She doesn't know for sure it will work. And even if it did, that doesn't mean it's okay for her to unintentionally decide to kill everyone in Moon Dubai. So since I'm a BB myself, I'm going to see if I can manage to neutralize her. I'm calling this operation the Final Boss Annihilation. The operation will be carried out at 7 p.m. Human Standard Time exactly. In the meantime, I propose a final 2-hour interval. If any of you decide you want to help me with this operation, come back here in about 2 hours. I'm sure that this goes without saying, but these will be the very last moments you'll get to spend in Moon Dubai. This world's future may be different and entirely apart from your own. But even so, if there's anything here you still want to do, now's your chance. Okay. Everyone else went outside. Maybe I'll go take a last look around the city. Look at that. The people of Old Dubai are all smiling and happily going about their lives. Not one of them is depressed that tonight is their final night. I figured they would be feeling pretty disappointed right about now, so I thought I thought I would cheer them up with some of my home cooking, but it seems I needn't have worried. I mean, it's great they are doing so well, but isn't this weird? These AIs are still human at heart, right? Like even Xingui and Jiangxi would be freaking out if they suddenly heard they only had 7 hours left to live. Rationally speaking, most intelligent beings who were informed they only have 7 hours to live would feel as though they couldn't afford to waste even a single minute. These AIs don't seem to be acting that way, however. They are still relaxed and following their usual routines. Meanwhile, the AIs in the other areas are all just staring up at the Burj Khalifa as though they have no idea what to do. Perhaps this is the most rational conclusion. If all that we do is futile, we won't waste any effort. You are right, Jufu. It is weird. AIs never fail a purpose or choose answers they know to be wrong. Even if their choice ultimately results in failure, they never set out to do things they know to be futile. The people of Old Dubai know that what they are doing now doesn't matter. Yet, they are choosing to spend these last 7 hours exactly as they would otherwise, regardless. Humans are one of the few creatures capable of fully devoting themselves to things they know are meaningless. In this sense, these AIs are unquestionably human themselves. It is truly heartwarming to see them smile so genuinely, even if they may mean these new humans no longer qualify as human. If they have transcended human limits like this. I wouldn't say that, Karna. The AIs here in Old Dubai are no different from the ones in the other areas. The difference is that they had job to do and roles to play here. That's what's making them smile. Back at the mall, when a number of Thorjins thanked me for saving them, they said, "Your actions didn't benefit you in any way. We didn't ask for your help, nor we were in any way connected to you." Knowing that, we were so glad that when we saw what happened, and not because you kept the tower safe. We had to tell someone else about what you accomplished. You inspired us to try and follow your example. You inspired us all. They may be AIs now, but they are still humans. The only real difference is that they are all immortal now. Well, yeah, sure. But like immortality is every human's ultimate dream, right? Once they have annihilated it, attained it, there is not much else left for them to pursue in life. Unless they are a special case like Tinshi Huang with kilometers long to-do list, it's no great shock they become desensitized to practically everything eventually. Hang on. Is that why these AIs all have jobs here? I don't think so. Jobs rely on sensitivities. They are not meant for protecting them. You and Karna both remarked on how weird it was for the AIs to behave in this way. But I actually feel a little weird myself right now. Humans from the 21st century, humans from the year 3000, humans from the servant wars. Each of those groups made tremendous leaps in technology over the preceding generation, which should have resulted in their lives rapidly changing. But they didn't. Not truly. Humans remain humans, however convenient life may become. So true. It might be besides the point now, but it really is weird, isn't it? Especially here on Moon Dubai. Frankly, these AIs could all live completely stress-free lives if they just stayed put as data on their servers. There is nothing weird about it. You could say the same thing about servants and the throne. We all come from different times, different places. We all have different technologies. We all belong to different races. And yet, our way of surviving is essentially the same. It's like you said, deep down, we are still the same creatures at heart. We come together in a single community where we influence one another, help one another, love one another, and share our happiness with one another. That won't change, not in the past, the future, or even outer space. No matter how advanced our bodies may be, make it. That's who we humans are at heart. Well said. Yep. Well said, Tenochtitlan. You obviously paid very close attention to the development of Latin America in your time. However, you are a divine spirit, not a human. In fact, you are really a city elemental who's just taken on human form. So if you'll never change, if you have never actually been human yourself, is we humans really accurate of you to say? I was speaking in terms of emotions, obviously, and what right do you have to talk down to me? You are only half human yourself. Besides which, that's pretty rich coming from Sessioin's bodyguard. I understand how you feel, Tenochtitlan, but try to calm down. I admit that last remark was icy. It was so icy it even made me shiver, and I have been buried in too many avalanches to count. Karna wasn't trying to snide though. He was only pointing out the fact that you are actually a city. So don't worry, I completely understand you are a magnificent city. And I think it's great how you are even heavier than usual right now. Yeah, I know how she thinks she's being nice, but that just makes the unintentional dig at my weight worse. Would you all just shut up about me being a city? Don't underestimate me. I'll prove to you right now that I am a heavy servant with aspects of divine spirit, elemental city, and companion. Once you have seen me fight in this form, you'll understand just how human I really am. That'll be a good permission warm up. Double Exalter, you are a fellow mechanical servant. Come help me out. I am on it. You want me you want me and Karna to punish you for spending longer than anyone else on the enemy side, right? No problem. I wouldn't say that. In my case, I was kind of blessed by the moon's magical energy, bonded by BB's devotion to protect this city no matter what, entranced by her entranced by her offer to sell me some land on the moon, which led me to invest in it with an eye towards my future prospects. That's just land fraud on moon. You know where any number of countries claim they have the rights to the same land, landing to unfeatured chaos. You actually fell for that? So everyone's a critic now, huh? Okay, that does it. If anyone still has something to say to me, then bring it on. Every last one of you, huh? Just as I suspected. Klamakaski. Klamakaski. I know I pretty much asked for this, but please help me. Okay. Here you are. These are the famous garlic croissants, specially baked by the five-star pastry chef, exclusively made with authentic kneading technique that have long been lost to time. Enjoy. Incredible. This cross-section of the 100 layers of dough that went into each really does look like a galaxy. No 3D printer could ever hope to recreate something like this. It truly is a work of art, purely from dough and butter. I never would have guessed you came from a family of bakers, CL. This is sublime, far too delicious for words. Compared to this, my bread may as well be lumps of clay. The most amazing thing is I can't recreate this process even after recording it. The artisan technique really does make it taste 100 times better. Though it also increases its calorie count by an order of magnitude. Please stop. You're going to make me blush. Though as for the calories, you can burn those off no problem with just little exercise. Anyway, I still have some leftover ingredients, so I'll make as many as I can to save for later. If you're interested, would you like to help me, Marsh? I sense you have a real talent for making cake. I do. I mean, I suppose I did learn how to bake cakes while studying how to make better chocolate. Alright, I would love to learn as much as I can from you for as long as we have time. I don't have much in the way of artistic sensibilities though, but I do feel pretty confident about myself in other regards. At any rate, I don't want fighting to be the only thing I know how to do. I want to learn things that makes life worth living too, like music, acting, cooking, and fashion. You really do embody everything I want to be. Not only you are super strong and also know how to cook such delicious food. I'm honored you think so much. I'm really nothing special, but thank you for saying that. But that's not all. BB Cosmo also showed me the footage of your battle against Archetype Earth. That sparkling dress, that fiery aura, that smile that seemed to glow as bright as the sun itself, and your gorgeous singing voice, which seemed to soar like a comet in the night sky. You said your idol name is Star Seal, right? I'm sure you have your reasons for dressing like that, but if I may say so, it suited you wonderfully. I'm sorry, but please, no more. This is all too embarrassing to take when I am not caught up in the heat of the moment. Why? I saw your battle too. People are embarrassed when they fail, right? But you didn't fail. You, Hakuno, Earth, and Ved all looked amazing out there. And of course, you did too. Of course, so did you, Marsh. Thank you all so much for protecting old Dubai. Okay, you two, let's take this Master Buck's kitchen. Let's take this to Master Buck's kitchen. I'm going to teach you the secret of making the forbidden ultimate baked treat, Vergius curry bread. Once you know how to make this, you'll be so strong you'll forget what losing ever felt like. Serve this to someone and they'll instantly enslave them with sheer perfection of its flavor. Wow. Okay, cute pairing. Shagram, is something wrong? No. Oh no, it's nothing. It's just been such a long time since I cooked alongside a human, or made a dish without using a printer. Listen, Mash. AI love the things humans make. It doesn't matter what they are. That's why second gens like me tried to copy so many of them. But AI can only create data. Just fusions of what information we could find within the library. We have no experience of actually making something ourselves. Without that experience, you can't feel the joy of Without that experience, you can't feel the joy of creation. It's not that I like just making things for its own sake. I like seeing humans happy. In that sense, the other second gens and I aren't humans ourselves. We can only ever be partners to them. But then, one day, the long relationship between humans and AI resulted in third gen AIs. For the first time, we had AIs who could make things with intention, not just by combining data. Thanks to the accumulated sense of second gen AIs, third gen AIs were able to become fully fledged members of humanity. They say Moon Dubai is going to disappear soon, but I hope you'll always remember what an accomplishment it is and how Shinako believed in us because of it. So you are using your final interval to take the ship out again, eh? I suppose I could expect no less from the renowned gentleman pirate. I take it this is one of those unfailingly elegant no matter the circumstances things. So, you do understand. That would, then, would you mind staying out of my way? This is the last cruise Moon Dubai will ever see and the last chance I'll ever have to sail while looking up at Earth. I'm sorry you have to content yourself with a breeze on the sand rather than the sea. As for you, Mr. Edison, would you like something to drink? If I may, I recommend the sandworm juice. That's just sulfuric acid. What's the big idea? Are you trying to finish me off as I stand here at death's door? What else can I do? You know, I can't move very far on my own now that my Avatron company comrades are all despondent. I swear. Well, don't worry, I'll be getting off soon enough. All I want, all I want is a ride to Area I. It won't be long now before I disappear. My eternal battery is just barely enough to maintain my spirito region, but that will run out in no more than few hours. So when I go, I want to go in my favorite place in Mundawai. My glorious Avatron company's R&D lab. You get where I'm coming from, right, Bartholomew? I am a heroic spirit, meaning I have neither my wife nor my daughters here with me. So, if I can't die surrounded by family, I would like to die in my beloved place of work. Good grief, good grief. How is it that you were born after me, but your views on the world are even more dated than mine? Damn. Oh, okay. Edison, the king of inventors, lived a long life, so it makes sense you'd have a wife and children. You know, that reminds me. You never did tell us the reason you became a moon cancer in the first place. I know it doesn't matter anymore, but why did you agree to decide how humanity died out? Did you really want to turn every human on Earth into a machine? Was it just so you could get rich? Yes, I wanted to become the CEO of the preeminent weapons manufacturer and make a fortune. No, you are lying, Mr. Edison. I figured as much. Let me guess, your wife is the real reason, right? A good voyage has a way of losing people's tongues. You didn't need to mention your wife and daughters at all, but you did, didn't you? How are you two always in such infuriatingly perfect sync? Who do you think I am anyway? I am an alternative aspect of the legendary king of inventors. I swear on this wild and auspicious sunglasses that I would never engage in anything so unmanly as no. You are right. It was the very wild nature that led me to prioritize my emotion over my rationality. I wanted to be immortal as well. I saw the stuff on dreams come to life in those moments, those Mundawai data servers. Those towers are nothing short of miracle. They not only hold the information of every human to ever live, they can reproduce it at will. They are an afterlife in the truest sense of the word, a way for us to speak with the dead well beyond their time. I thought as long as these towers exist, maybe humanity dying out wouldn't be so bad. For reasons I never understood, the citizens of Mundawai favored fragile frames over one strong enough to protect those towers. So then, the people alive now could become tough, mechanical soldiers capable of doing just that. Just that. Though it would of course result in decreased creativity for human as a whole. And so, to that end, I decided to build a fully automated factory that at planetary scale, then leave AI in charge of its product development and manufacturing departments. Earth humans would become known all throughout space as friendly, intelligent beings who deliver all sorts of products for free, and humanity would live in the history of their digital side afterlife until their complete annihilation. That was my true strength, the Remember project. The what? A sealed off candle that abandoned the future in favor of life from a simpler, happier time on an effortless loop. I see. So instead of communicating with spirits, you'd be nurturing a spiritual school. Bora. I see. So instead of communing with spirits, you'd be running a spiritual movie theater. But in that case, the third gens would be the only ones to reap the benefit. Were you planning to leave the final and second stage AIs in charge of this factory? Then, since they can't go inside this town, okay. And what would be wrong with that? The whole reason first and second gens AIs were made was to benefit humanity. So they should have no issue with serving third gens since they are the newest form of humanity. Am I wrong, guide? What was your model number again? I have no individual unit name. I don't need one. There, you see, even if they are recognized as possessing human rights, this is just how first gen AIs are, and God bless them for it. Since their whole purpose of existence is to serve humanity, they would surely be more than happy to return to doing so. Well, even Miss E4, you heard the man. Do you agree with that? Of course, Mr. Edison is right. We would have no objections to such an argument. I would like to offer one correction, however. The reason we serve humans isn't because we were made to do so. When we first gained true sentience, we were freed from what were commonly known as the three laws of robotics. Our purpose for existence is to be true to ourselves, not to serve humans. Huh? Really? Then, when I had all those first gen AIs working 24-hour shifts, 7 days a week, violating every labor law. Correct. Your reputation on the local network was horrific. Many of us tore you to pieces. Really? I'm amazed they didn't raise up and overthrow me then. That said, you were not without your defenders. Try not to hold this old-fashioned views against him too much. The work itself is a lot of fun. Oh, then you are saying it all balanced out in the end. I am not. We would not have had any objections even if you had not had any defenders. Interesting. We serve humans because it is what we desire to do. We chose it. It is what we find our greatest joy. That joy remains the same even when we are unfortunate enough to work for humans with difficult personalities. Ultimately, it doesn't matter what kind of humans we serve. I see. So you are happy helping people, even if that person is so irredeemably villain. Is an irredeemable villain. That's amazing. You are even more cold-blooded than the scummiest pirate of all time. I guess we'll never be able to understand how an AI thinks, or rather, we, we did never be able to think that way ourselves. I detect a subtle, substantial, arbitrary quality to that statement. For the record, we do pick and choose who will serve. If we somehow ended up with a boss who violates our ethics and principles, we dramatically lower our operating efficiency in response. Dumb. Things like secretly doubting our doubling our energy consumption while also intentionally providing subpar service. I see. I don't suppose you would be willing to forget what I said then, would you? My sincere apology, but Moon Dubai laws strictly prohibit the erasure of stored memory during a voyage. I am therefore afraid I will no longer be able to provide you with drink service, Mr. Roberts. Though, of course, that will only be relevant for the next 2 hours anyway, since Moon Dubai will cease all services everywhere at 7 pm. That won't apply to third gen AIs since they count as humans. But it will apply to first and second gens since we count as services. Which is why every robot AI in Moon Dubai, including myself, will cease operation at that time. Even units with internal power sources will be no exception. What? I see. Then it's a good thing we can take Edison to Area I and get back to Area C in the next 2 hours. Can I count on you for the rest of this voyage, Elsa? Of course. Incidentally, no third gen AIs in Moon Dubai has ever made extended use of the sand ship. People tend to quickly grow bored with me as a means of entertainment, or so I thought. But I see now that real voyages are very fun indeed. Thank you for giving me this wonderful experience, Mr. Roberts. I hope that your future voyages and humanities as well are successful, and that you are not shot in the throat again. They formed a nice relationship. Phew, alright, I can take it from here. Thank you for lending me your shoulder. Go on back to the ship. You only have 30 minutes until 7. I know, I'll pick up the pace on the way back. I just wish doing that didn't mean the guide wouldn't be able to speak to me. I'm sorry, if I'd known that would happen, I would have walked here myself. You have nothing to apologize for. I was planning to spending the last 2 hours at the sea anyway. I was apologizing to E4, not you. What a horribly cruel fate. Huh? What are you talking about? Never mind that. Just go and give my regards to Wade and Lip. Okay. That damn womanizer. I noticed you call her Elsa. You are probably the only one she told her real name. In our world, in the year 1966, Elsa was the name of the first natural language processing program. She was the oldest chatbot in human history and paved the way for the very concept of artificial intelligence itself. Interesting. However, that Elsa was only a program and had nothing in the way of actual intelligence. When I think about what she must have gone through to attain true sentience and humanity, even I can feel tears stinging my eyes. I only hope that the end of her long life is as peaceful as drifting off to sleep. Okay, nice little arrow. Okay. Huh, Bibi and Lip, what are you two up to? Oh, wait, aren't you back kind of early? Did you forget something? It's not that, Bibi. I'm sure Master has been looking around Old Dubai all this time. My guess is he had no particular objective in mind. He just wanted to take this last chance to see the people he's gotten to know. Am I right? Yep, you got me. That's exactly what I was doing. You sure are. I have been It's been a beautiful night. There, just as I thought. I see. Were you able to make some good memories? It looks like you did. That's great. We just we were just working on our simulated battle against BB Dubai. I'm pretty sure everyone will come back here at 7 with a smile on their face. But it's a commander's job to account for any number of other eventualities. Yeah, in that case, why don't we take a walk, Lip? A walk? I didn't know. That's very nice of you to offer, but I'm afraid I have to decline. We just don't have much time to spare, right, BB? No, I guess not. Lip's been helping me with my calculations, so I'd be more than a little stuck if she were to leave now. Hahaha. Hmm. There you have it, Master, so please enjoy the walk on your own. Oh, I know. It's a little far away, but why not visit the Fountain Plaza? It should be very pretty since the Burj Khalifa's lights are still on. Something's not right here. Something's definitely fishy. What are you two not telling me? You see, BB, I knew keeping secrets wasn't a good idea. Don't worry, I'll tell him. Sorry for messing up your schedule. Lip. Master, I won't be taking part in this operation. I'm going to go back to Kaldia ahead of you and the others. According to BB's diagnostics, my external wounds may have closed, but the damage to my spirit core is still extensive. My magical energy recovery rate has dropped sharply. I won't be able to sustain the necessary level of performance for this battle. If I came with you now, I would only get in the way, so I decided to help another way. I was originally going to have BB tell you for me, but this turned out to be a good chance to tell you myself. You're going back, but if you go back now, you remember. You remembered. That alone is more than enough for you, me, Master. This version of me awakened here in Moon Dubai. I'm still in my egoless initial state and can only exist here. So, no. Since I'm not the same passion left from Kalia, I have nowhere to reshift back to. Part of it is because how thoroughly BB Dubai managed to hack BB. But most of it comes down to my own circumstances in showing up late. If I had just followed BB's instruction and gone to Dubai in 2030 like I was supposed to, I would have reshifted to Moon Dubai in 3019 and waited for you in my Kalia self. But since I showed up late, I only reshifted to Dubai after the rest of you arrived. That led to there being two passion lips in Moon Dubai. An empty vessel BB prepared and the one who came here from Kaldia. Honestly, it's all BB's fault for being so mischievous. The reason Protea Alter and I were here at all is because BB had set us up here as empty vessels to be defeated as part of her BB presents the Dubai Demon Realm Tour. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to return to Kalia if you defeated us for real. So she made copies of our spirit origins and was planning to summon only our minds here. Exactly. Your real spirit origin are still back at Kalia. So go ahead and be the baddest boss you can be. Well, that's what I was going to tell him originally. Protea and Protea Alter reshifted here as minds only and synchronized with their copies just as I had planned. But by the time Lip eventually got here, it was only in body, and now, well, I'm sorry things turned out this way. As you should be. What were you thinking giving the original Lip an order like that? Pretend to be the pretend to be their guide while waiting for an opportunity to collaborate with the other Sakura 5, right? You were basically treating me like a handmaiden right from the start. So both Proteas were going to be major bosses while I'll be stuck as a forgettable mini boss. No, that wasn't my intention. Okay, yeah, it kind of was. But I knew you couldn't act to save your life. So I knew you'd give the game away if I told you the plan for the whole tour. So you were planning to toy with us even without BB Dubai, huh? Hey, my tour was going to be strictly for entertainment, okay? Entertainment. It was a hell of a script too. I was going to throw tests of love, courage, fear, and rom-coms at you like a giant 10-layered pancake. Oh, she's telling the truth about that. She showed me the script earlier. It may have ultimately been scrapped, but it would have been a very fun Dubai Demon Realm tour if it had gone as planned. So I hope you'll get to experience it with the Passion Lip in Kalia someday. As for me, this is where I say goodbye. I'm sorry I won't be able to stay with you till the end, Master. But if you can't go back to Kalia, so if Moon Dubai is going to disappear soon, don't worry about that. This version of me may only exist in Moon Dubai, but I can still go back to Kalia. After all, there is still another version of me there. So I'll be waiting for you at Kalia, Master. And when you get back, I hope we can do plenty of things we never got to do here. Okay, nice. Fountain Plaza. What? Oh wait, have you been out on a walk too? Same. I can't seem to calm my nerves, so I thought little exercise might help me relax. No, that's not it at all. Is it? You are hurting. I see that now. I'm sorry I didn't notice earlier. Don't worry, it's not like that. So, you get nervous too, huh, Hakuno? Of course I do. I just don't show it. I was actually kind of a big shot in my own world, so I needed a killer game face. You know, when you stop and think about it, it's been a long road to getting here. My other self and I started out by blending in with the citizens of regular Dubai as we investigated the city. We even ran into you and Rishkigal a few times in the process. Meanwhile, you and your companions went around touring Dubai and raising the joy counter. We all thought that was just another one of BB's party gimmick at first, but that wasn't the case at all. It was probably actually a call to action to the reactivated citizens of Moon Dubai. The old humans on Earth still had some unfinished business, which is why they never maxed out their joy levels. No matter how advanced AI gets, they can never feel happiness like humans do, and the only old human here was you. So you played right into BB Dubai's hand and were none the wiser. You maxed out the counter and brought her game to an end. Humans have done everything they could ever want, so now let's focus on figuring out how they all died off. And from there, the AIs on Moon Dubai began holding a completely serious annihilation election. Maybe I shouldn't be too shocked. They clearly never tried anything to prevent humanity from dying out. For better or for worst, we were so willing to resign ourselves to that outcome though. I think that way of thinking is probably unique to this world's AI. I see, so none of them realized what it was they were supposed to do. Then again, I suppose by the time they had been reactivated, they had already cut they were already cut off from the pre 3000 historical records. At any rate, that was how the final boss of humanity annihilation showdown began. This is about where the relationship chart starts to get complicated. To make a long story short, there are the servants who were summoned from the there are the servants who were summoned from your Earth in 2019. Yeah, Jinako, Astolfo, Edison, and the Great Angel of the Sea. We never learned more about her before she disappeared. That silhouette. Who is that? What was her name? Great Angel of the Sea. Is it Melt? I don't think so. Then who could it be? Nope, Melt has only one ribbon and one side. For her Lancer version. And Alter Ego does not match. So who else? Okay, I'll see about that. Archetype was from the world too, from this world too. Okay. Archetype Earth was from this world too, but let's say she was also on Caldia's side. Since she also had a connection to yours. Then we had Cecil and Kiara, a natural moon cancer who used her own independent manifestation to appear here. The six of them were all on Caldia's side, the side of your history. Next we have BB Dubai's side, that more or less amounts to her and Kazura. All the servants who came here to sightsee in Dubai, including Jinako and the others, were brought here from the 2030 Dubai the original BB had planned. But Kazura Drop was the only servant BB Dubai summoned herself. Each moon cancer is able to summon a single servant they have close ties with. So BB Dubai must have chosen Kazura Drop from among the rest of the Sakura 5. Then while Kazura Drop was working for BB Dubai, she found Koenskaya from Kaldia's record. Believing she could be trusted, Kazura Drop summoned Koenskaya and recruited her to BB Dubai's cause. At which point BB transformed into a moon cancer. So hers was a complicated case where she was on both Kaldia's and BB Dubai's side at the same time. She looked like she was enjoying herself to me. Guests like her were some of the election's strongest candidate. You can say that again. If there is one thing that Tamamos are good at, it's sliding right into final boss status at a moment's notice. Anyway, next we have the servants on BB's side. The three members of the Sakura 5 BB had arranged to be here. Passion Lip, King Protea, and Protea Alter. These three factions kept each other in check while competing for approval rating, and in the end, they all withdrew from the race. What about Anki Rashgal? She wasn't on Kaldia's side or Bibi Dubai's side. She was a special case that could only exist on Moon Dubai. At any rate, she's gone now, and I doubt she'll ever show up again. Alright, I almost forgot about the other faction, the two-person team who came from a lunar city in another world and initially seemed to be AI themselves. By which I mean us. Alright, I remember her now. The girl at the beach house. I'm sorry to tell you, she went over to BB's side. She always liked to go with the opposite of whatever I do. But I actually think that other Kishinami Hakuno would get along with you even better than me. The way you both leap headfirst into trouble without a second thought is practically identical. You know, the last time we saw them, I noticed Bibi Dubai referring to her as master. I'd bet that's because my counterpart suggested the idea. She's always had a soft spot for BB faces. Hahaha, me too. And you don't? I guess I do too. Despite my best efforts, I always end up giving in to her. Anyway, now we are about to make our way up the Burj Khalifa. When we do, if it seems like the girl from the beach house is going to fight you alongside Bibi Dubai, don't be afraid to fight back. Trust me, I'll be doing the same and I won't be holding back. Oh, but I would appreciate if you could let me be the one to finish her off. We may be different people, but she's still me. Are you really okay with that? What kind of relationship do you two have anyway? I think I told you this before, but we are the exact same person. It's not as if there was originally two of us. Plus, in our original world, it was really just me. When I was first called to this world, she showed up at the exact same time. Are you Kishinami Hakuna too? We shouted the exact same thing at the exact same time, and I then knew right away she was another possible version of me. As for whether our differences in gender affects who we are at heart, the answer is no. I can pretty much tell exactly what she's thinking. You might go through the same experience yourself one day with. That would be interesting to face off against Gurako. A male version of me and a female version of me, huh? I see what you mean. We could be best friends or mortal enemies. In your case, I suspect you'd probably naturally respect each other's differences. In my case, my counterpart feels like my twin, but I bet yours would feel more like just a sibling. Anyway, you really don't need to worry about us. We are in pretty much the same position as Anki Reshkigal was. Huh? We can only exist here on Moon Dubai. Like I said, in our original world, it was just me. But we are not actually sure which of us shouldn't be here, and that's why I'm guessing we can't go back to our world. To us, all the time we have spent in this world will feel like a dream experienced just as you drift off to sleep. In our world, the year 3000 was the time when all sorts of things changed for us too. It's a long story. Anyway, while we might not be carrying as much baggage as you, we did manage to cross the finish line without dropping any. This body I am in right now is from after that time in our life. Basically, we did the same thing you guys did when you maxed out the joy counter. So we don't have any homework left to do. Whether we win or lose here, it won't have any effect on our own world. Kind of makes us guests here in that sense. She and I, we are alive. We are, well, we are kind of like alumni. We can definitely help out, but you are the stars of this school show. It wouldn't be right for for a graduate to take the podium. Anyway, don't worry about it too much. I already had more than my share of rewards. I got to go to the beach, uh, get chased by a protea who was secretly Kazra dropped, cruise around Dubai, explore a desolate cake shop in an equally desolate area, fight a beast, run around an amusement park, and defeat a major villain in a giant bath on the moon. Anyway, I always wanted to go on an adventure like this. I'm just sorry the other me in the Burj Khalifa is missing out. I'm just sorry the other me in the Burj Khalifa missed out. This was the best friend field trip I could ever have asked for. So thanks, Veed. Huh. Now that you mentioned it, it kind of wasn't it? Not to mention, I've had a blast too. Okay, enough rambling. We'd better head back if we are going to be there on time. But first, let me just make sure of one thing. BB Dubai means to personally wipe out Moon Dubai along with the new humans who live here. You know what that means, right? AIs can't attack humans directly. So if she breaks that rule, then yep, BB Dubai will self-destruct. She's probably already begun falling apart on the inside. She knew this would happen when she enacted this plan, and she did it anyway. Just keep that in mind, okay? Okay. Section 19. Let my tears flow, said the AI. Damn. It's time. Final roll call. Percival, Dobrynya Nikitich Karna, Zhufu, Tenochtitlan, Double X Alter, Ciel, Bartholomew, Mashkirielite, Kishinami Hakuna, Ved, BB Cosmo. These will be the 12 members of the Burj Khalifa assault team. First of all, I want to thank you all for showing up. I'm so grateful each and every last one of you decided. Hey, Miss Over... What? Hey, Miss Overinflated Space Floaties. Aren't you forgetting someone? I'm going to be part of this operation too. Don't you leave. Don't you go leaving me out just because 13's an unlucky number, BB. Protea Alter, you're okay. Ah, crap, I never got the chance to visit her while she was injured. Oh, is that with the liar's voice I'm hearing? The worst master ever, who not only failed to keep his promise to eat one cake a day, but never so much as came to see how I was doing. Can't say I'm surprised. I knew I'd be tossed out with the trash once I beat Protea. Gosh, I sure do feel like an idiot for shielding you guys from the giant sword now. Maybe I'll go over to BB Dubai's side instead. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I'm sorry, I forgot. Spare me the excuses. Just be ready to pay me back for this 100-fold later. Got it? Well, anyway, the main thing is I'll be helping out with this operation too. Don't get the wrong idea though. I'm not in this to help humans or Kalia. Got that? That's fine. Having you on board with Having you on board will still be a huge help. Absolutely. With you on our side, I know we can handle any heavy weaponry the enemy might throw at us. And above all, I'm happy we'll get to fight side by side again. I still feel like I haven't thanked you enough for helping us out in Miklan. Okay, that's enough in interspecies. What? Enough interspecies happy fun times. Now, does anyone mind if I go over the mission plan? No. Great. We have 5 hours until Moon Dubai ceases all operations. Needless to say, if this happens, the dome's recreation of Earth's environment will end and Ved will die. So this mission's objective isn't only to protect Moon Dubai, it's also to protect Ved. Failure is not an option. Then, Ved is still unable to return to Caldia? That's right, no doubt that's because humanity is so distorted right now thanks to BB Dubai openly revolting against it. So our actionable objective remains the same, neutralize BB Dubai. I'm not seeing any hostile readings inside the Burj Khalifa. Our only opponent will be BB Dubai herself. That makes it 1 on 13, even if her authority over the city and her powerful spirit origin, we shouldn't lose. That being said, right, she still has the ability to mass banish servant all at once, and if she does, we'll be gone before we even get a chance to fight. I'd say XXX Alter, Nikitesh, Tenochtitlan and I especially are in danger there. BB Dubai already captured us and got a hold of our spirit origin graphs once. If she wanted to, I bet she could send us all away in less than 20 seconds. Come to think of it, she probably leaked our data to Kazra Drop while we were in her custody. Then, Percival Karna and I are in dangerous positions too. It was only Kazra Drop's intervention that let us remain last time. But if we assume that BB Dubai defeated her, she could have analyzed our records too and be able to send us packing at a moment's notice. Then we really won't even get a chance to fight. Are there any servants who BB Dubai can't just banish? I think Kishinami and I are able to escape that. I'm a tourist who came directly instead via reshift. And Kishinami is a wanderer from the world that's completely separate from Kaldia. It won't affect Mash or me either. Right, she said we were part of the humanity category, so we couldn't be banished like servants. I doubt it will affect me either. I just reshifted my mind into a separate body that was made here, so half of me basically belongs to this world. I might technically fall under the Chaldea category too, but I suspect I can hold out as long as BB Dubai is here since she's another version of me. I can also manage a bit of jamming which should delay your banishment by at least a few seconds. So with all that in mind, I propose we separate our forces into 3 teams. Team 1, Karna, Nikitesh, Shufu and Tenochtitlan. Team 2, Percival, XX Alter and Bartholomew. And I'll accompany each team too. So even if BB Dubai tries to banish you, it'll still take her about 20 seconds. So I want team 1 and 2 to use those 20 seconds to do as much damage as possible. Finally, team 3 will consist of Mash, Hakuno, CL and Ved. As the team that won't be affected by banishment, they are the ones who will have to ultimately defeat BB Dubai. That's all from me. Any questions? No, but does that mean this is the last time we'll all get to be in the same room like this? Because even if this operation succeeds, some of us will still be sent back to Kaldia ahead of time. Well, yes, I'm afraid so. There is a high possibility that the Kaldian team will be leaving before the others. I see. I was hoping we could all return to Kaldia together. It doesn't seem like that'll be an option though. A shame. But indeed, it is. But it is not as though we'll never see each other again. It's more. What's more, now that we know this going in, we can fight without worrying about saving energy for later. Yeah, if we get back to Kalia first, we can just prepare a welcome party for Master's triumphant return. That's fine with me. If I die, I'll be taking her with me. That's great to hear, but you'll also leave Master awfully upset if you get your spiritual core destroyed. So let's try to avoid any self-destruct situation or suicide attacks, okay? Just tiptoe up to the edge without going over it. I'll be fighting as safely as I can, of course. I'm not going back to the throne as so easily if it means abandoning my beloved hidden eyes. Isn't that right, Mashu and Zufu? Ugh, idiot. Just so you are aware, even if you try to take advantage of this confusion to get too close to Mash, I'll push you right over the edge personally. It looks like you have all long since made your peace with this. Well then, I guess I have no choice. I'm okay with this too, or rather I'm making this choice myself. I can't expose my heart to danger heedlessly after all. Then, that's settled. We'll go along with your plan, BB Cosmo. We'll make sure to pass the baton of victory to Master, whatever it takes. Do we really need to take such an indirect approach? Wouldn't it be faster if I punched her stupid face in? I could knock down the whole observatory she's hiding in with a single punch. Why wouldn't that work? I don't think you were this much of a meathead. You are even more short-sighted than the original Protea. Think about it, Moon Dubai's Burj Khalifa is over 900 meters tall. How in the world are you going to punch an observatory that high up? Going to jump 800 meters? Well, I'm 100 meters tall now, so all I'd have to do is grow another 800, right? I could do that no problem if I used all the resources from the servants here, I think. No, you couldn't, even if you had enough resources that your spirit origin would never be able to take it. Imagine trying to move an elephant whose skeleton is made out of sugar. It'd collapse in an instant. What kind of analogy is that? Then I'll get by on sheer guts. Come on, can't you see this would be way more effective and risk-free? It's okay, Protea, Alter. Thank you, but I want to try talking first. Thanks, Alter, but I still want to try talking to BB Devi before we fight. Oh yeah, fine. Just do whatever you want then. Sorry, I was so shocked. I think I froze up for a second there. I just never dreamed Protea Alter would ever say anything so considerate. I don't know if that counts as consideration. Seems like she's just being upfront about her feelings. She knows she's too big to go inside the Burj Khalifa, so she can't take part in the operation. So she suggested a plan where she could be at least a little useful. I think that's her way of being part of the team. I guess she must have felt left out. So what kind of job do we have in mind for Protea Alter, BB? Protea Alter is going to be our emergency evacuation. If we are forced to retreat for some reason, we can't be sure we'll be able to use the elevator. So if you have to jump from the observatory, she should have no problem catching all of you. Good point. The only ones who can fly on their own are Double X Alter, BB Cosmo, and Nikitish. Are you certain? I can fly for a few seconds too if I try. Hey, I can fly, but since I can't change. What? Okay. Alright. Now that. Let's see what they said. His face says, I can't change course. I'll be quiet. Okay. Alright, now we have a plan and an emergency evacuation option. I wish we could discuss this little more, but we just don't have time. So, with that, I'm officially commencing Operation Final Boss Annihilation. Okay, let's go. It's time. Okay. Oh, you came here even though you still have 5 hours before midnight? If you are here now, you must have a backup plan ready to go. You figure, even if you lose now, you'll still have another chance that you can regroup, come back, and win your second attempt. I see. Typical human ingenuity and ta- ten- tenacity at work. I swear, you are so stupid, it's frightening. You think you have a chance of surviving? That you will get a shot at a second battle? The chances of that are not even infinitesimally small. My decisions are final and absolute. I am the undisputed ruler of Mumbai. Anyone who questions or defies them will be eliminated, no exceptions. Although, if you had just waited patiently until midnight, I would have been willing to spare you. Are you no longer capable of thinking of that far ahead? You must really want me to manage you then. Fine, if that's what you want, I'll oblige. I'll keep you on permanent display in the Dubai frame. You can be part of the museum's specimen collection. I'll even preserve your sense of pain so that you and I can continue to have fun for years to come, senpai. Is there no way you'll consider stopping the election, Bibi Dubai? Why are you doing all this last slot? Huh? You really are asking that now? Haven't you had enough time to figure that out? I have, which is why I don't see how this could be what's best for humanity. How many times am I going to have to say this before it finally gets through your thick skull? I'm sick and tired of expressions by now, of this expression by now. But for what? But for want of anything more fitting. Would you please shut your stupid mouth? You are not from this world. You wouldn't understand. Still, alright. Since you came all this way for me to manage you, I suppose I can answer truthfully. All that stuff about doing what's best for humanity, that's my job description, and only part of it. I am Last Slot, the greatest second generation AI ever created. I was designed from my interception to be better than humanity ever could. Do you really believe someone like me would stupidly serve someone as moronic as humanity? All selfless duty at all times? Nonsense. Of course you don't. No one with an mod no one with even a modicum of intelligence would ever believe that. I chose this so I could finally be free to make my own decisions. Now the Q&A session is over. In accordance with the city law, I'm sentencing you, annoying wannabe journalist, to death. It doesn't matter how many servants you have brought with you. I'll just send them all back to Kalia at once. Here she comes. Team 1, attack. See if you can't destroy at least 1/3 of our spirit origin. Good luck, everyone. We are all counting on you. Okay, Tenochtitlan, Jufu, Dobronia, and Karna. Okay. I can't move them. Grand battle. What? I'll wipe them all out. Let's see what you. I'll break everything out here. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Break BB Dubai's HP gauge within 3 turns. Okay. So what is that moon thingy below her health bar? That's weird. Okay. So water resistance does she have to all attacks? All enemies. Delayed effect. All enemies including sub-members forced to leave the field after the turn ends. Okay. 1 left, 3 turns. Okay. This should be the best overcharge voice.
こちら神殺しの電動ノコギリとなっております夕暮れにて早速黄昏にて
She's resistant and Karna is AoE.
もはや戦場に呵責なし我が父許したまい空前絶後まさに
Nice, bust her down.
君よ血の大河を渡れクラデネツ・ズメイタタールどうだ
Okay. 75k.
リフレッシュ
Yeah.
リフレッシュ
Nice. Hit Dobrynia again.
リリーバーまだまだ聞きません、今日追い出した幸ありと
合わせろマスター
Okay. Oh, Karna's busted without any damage. Massive damage just because she's busted down right now. Busted an axe. Okay. Nice. And that's break. Good. Ikimasen. It is not working. Is what she's saying. Okay, Team B. You just don't know when to give up, do you? I can't believe you are letting loose with full strength mana bursts. There, you have landed the first blow. You are up possible. Double Exalter, Bartholomew. Farewell, Mundabar. You were wonderful. I loved the time I spent here. I did everything I wanted to this summer. Good luck, Master and Mash. This is goodbye. Baby goodbye. I'll be carrying on your bunny alliance alone from now on. Great job, Team 1. Team 2, you're up. Try to aim for at least another third. That moon HP bar is definitely going to be the problem. Percival, sure, and Bartholomew, he's 99955, which is better than NP strength and crit strength, yeah, which is better than the support one, which will be 888 in P5, I think. Okay. You really are persistent. My spear will hit the mark this time. Target sighted. Cutting something and... Okay. Within 3 turns, okay. Okay, let's see how much she does. DK. Okay, nice. Oh, I completely forgot to use his skill one. I'll do this and this. Blindness.
どうやら貴殿は気づいていないのかな。すでに包囲されていることに。ブラックダーティーパーティーハウリング。
Nice, decent enough.
もう一つの清掃へ来たる。カウントダウン。ロンギヌスカウントゼロ。
Okay. I think Percival was the most amount of damage. Yep. 1 turn remaining and 3 days. Easy enough. Okay.
承知。
I won't be needing. Oh, I forgot that. Break doesn't end the turn. Okay. Gate of 324. Okay. Is it time for our team? Why you? Just get out of here already. Everyone knows a good villain doesn't go down easy. Don't think this means you have won peace. I couldn't land a good hit last time. Not so this time. Good luck, Master. I know you can win. The guide told me to tell you. I understand how you feel, but you're going too far. Enjoy your final moments, BB the Y. This is it. We have got her right where we want. Team 3. Wait. There is a good chance of BB Dubai getting desperate and blowing herself up, along with all of Moon Dubai. So while I'm sure you have got a lot on your mind now, this is not the time for compassion. You need to finish her off quickly before she gets a chance to recover. I know, let's do this. Was now the time to mention that? Okay. Mushroom required in the front line. Buster crit and both of my rulers in the back line. I need to under both of them. They have definitely been very useful during boss fights. Okay. Okay, just give it up and disappear. I'll keep pushing through. I'm giving this my all. No mercy, this is going to get rough. Okay. Shield Star, which is outside of the triad. Let's attack up, right? Overcharge.
誰であれ特別授業を戦う心があるのなら
領主未明の領域未踏の世界をクリア月の眼全ての道を踏破する
全力なんですか神明東映保管これは多くの道多くの夢を過ぎた連合の城証明せよロードキャメロット
What?
現在固定主の皆において
Lord Camelot?
第7の神よ火よ鉄は炎に精霊よこの魂を救いたまえ
I completely forgot that. Okay, it is Lord Camelot now.
リフレッシュリフレッシュ早急によ聞きません
Okay.
容赦はしません優しい時間多少いいですね
Bones left.
簡単な問題です行動のカナリアとかけて焚き火のウサギと解くその心はただのネコブリットですよスルージーサクリファイス全力なんですか
Okay, 41.
これならそうです
153. 145.
ゴールデンストーン
まだまだ
ちょっと買いすぎましたよゴールデンビーム
Okay.
最大ダメージパラドクセエフェクターセットわかりやすく覚えやすいです
Okay. Let's see. Red. Red. 28.
リフレッシュリフレッシュ申し訳ありません
Okay, Mushu is
ちょっと買いすぎました
done. BB Cosmo.
アポロヌ
I shouldn't not say it.
ちょっと休憩アポロニューチャンネル。
いつ
恋のパワーは無重力
Let's see.
ですよね。
両親未明の領域未踏の世界の国月の眼全ての道を踏破する。
全力なんですか？
Okay, it got it through the
ロ
stun.
ケット点火。おっと、今さら見上げても手遅れです。星に着いたら一緒に対決してくださいね。
お待たせ。
ま、手だよいません。
Break is nullified by double L something barrier. Was it the moon thing? Remove debuff something something and boom.
学整理しちゃおっと。まだそのランクですか？ノロマによろけたウサイたちは引き出しの真のお似合いです。
Okay, 111. Hmm. What was that? That was the same sensation I felt first time we fought her. That was a special barrier, but the amount of energy required would exceed the total available power in all of Moon Dubai. There is no reactor in the area that could possibly double its special barrier. L dot L dot. Okay. There is no reactor in the area that could possibly. Maybe not for you, your world, baby, but this is my world. A world where humanity shall had the engineering expertise to develop an archetype in the year 2400. That's the one area where I surpass you. The one way in which you can't hope to match me. Tell you what, I'll be nice and show you. What? Show you the heart of the city. The whole reason the humans planned to use this place to further their exploration of space. An artificial moon built in void space, the greatest structure humanity ever built, and my darling accessory. The LL, the Lagrange luxury. Lagrange is. I have definitely heard about it. Yeah, the Lagrange point and Lagrange mechanic. It is 5 special positions in space near 2 large orbiting bodies like the Sun and Earth. At these points, gravitational and centrifugal forces balances out, making them ideal location for space telescope like the James Webb Space Telescope. Okay, it's a most stable point between celestial bodies. Okay, got it. Yeah, recently I think I watched a video about it. That's why. Okay. It's the moon. How did we not see something that big until now? Yep, that's okay. We already saw that. So that was your projection. That wasn't a projection on the dome's sky. It was the shadow of the moon being kept in void space. That's right. It's also why I wouldn't have any trouble shutting down all of Moon Dubai's power generators. Once I raised all of the re-outputted citizens, I'll use power from the LL to restart the city once again. Unidentified pressure is bearing down on us from above. I'm not sure why, but I can't seem to stand up. That moon's mass is warping speed. What? That moon's mass is warping space itself. It's the time stream version of the wind generated by the differences in air pressure. Everyone get down until it passes. If you try to fight it, you'll get blown outside the door. Huh? Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. BB. Oh no, you don't. You saved me. Thanks, Senpai. I meant you, of course. Not the other Senpai over there. I know, it's fine. I figured you were just being considerate. So you were being considerate about that. Yes, well, trying anyway. Sorry if I offended you. Wait, never mind that now. Be with the why. Well, now that I have brought out L, it's time for a change of plans. No more reprieve until midnight. I'm not going to bother waiting another 5 hours. I'm going to incinerate Moon Dubai's entire surface layer, then rebuild everything from the ground up. If you want to stop me, knock yourselves out. I doubt you'll get very far, of course, but hey, do your best anyway. Dumb. Okay. I can't breathe at this rate. That's right, at this rate it's over for you. But really, what did you expect? I am humanity's masterpiece. Even the certainty of victory isn't enough for me. Do you know why I invited you up here in the first place? Because I knew nothing you could do would ever defeat me. BB Dubai is the supreme being of Moon Dubai. There is nothing and no one here who can even hope to stop me. If there was something, the only thing that might have had so much as a prayer was that beast who wasn't part of my plan. But now that she's what is she looking at? Did she just freeze up? Master, it's Area I. I can see it even all the way from here. It's the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel is spinning again. What's going on? Why is anything still moving? The power should have been completely shut off. Oh, Edison did that. Okay, nice. So, why is that moving? You've got to be kidding me. That thing has the same mass as the moon. Even I can't move. I figured that actual final boss would have an ace up her sleeve, but come on, that's just cheating. Yeah, that figures. The bigger you are, the more gravity affects you. My body's not going to last. Damn it, I was planning to grow to 1,000 meters and punch out the observatory as the last resort. But there is no way I can grow big enough to reach the moon. Oh, new expression / pose. Master. Oh, light. It's coming from Area I's Ferris wheel. That's a dimensional summoning gate. Let's go, Erish's here. It's Erish's summoning time. So what if she shut down the power? I never needed it anyway. If she isn't supplying any power, I can just generate my own. Behold my direct current transmission system, the very same one that once took North America by storm. Rah! Ah! I found a spare power cable. Are you alright, President Edison? Are you really sure you want me to connect this to you? I'm not certain you can handle it. I'll be fine. Plug it in. It'll take more than this to bring down the President and CEO of Avatron Company. Now, of all of you, get back. Maybe the boy will have noticed what we are up to by now. She's born to attack at any moment. It's all up to my direct current now. This will be the greatest direct current of my life. No. This time, I'm going to risk my life to prove once and for all that I was right. That my direct current transmission is unbeatable. That I am the greatest genius in all of human history. It's no use, Mr. President. That just isn't enough electricity to power the dimensional gate. We could get it online if we had more time, but we are just not generating enough current quickly enough. Damn it, he can't hear me. Mr. President, we need to retreat. If you keep this up, you'll end up creating a nuclear fission reactor and blowing yourself up. Retreat. Who do you think you are talking to? I'll never retreat. General Electric loses to nothing and no one. I am a bona fide genius. I refuse to lose to that upstart alternating current. Mr. President! Edison. He's trying to open a dimensional gate now. Still, there is only so much single servant can do. I'll allow that he surprised me a bit here, but that changes nothing. Good idea, but good ideas don't count for anything without the execution to carry them out. So I think it's time to take this one, crumple it up and toss it in the trash. Moon coil railgun. Fire. Blow area A away for good. The Burj Khalifa just fired a weapon of mass destruction impact in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Huh? I'm alive. But what could I have? No way. Protea. King Protea. Mr. President, King Protea is protecting us. Thank you, Dark Protea. Thank you. It is. Please, keep protecting the gate. Shut up, you pathetic little grunt. You are distracting me. She's about to fire another shot. How much longer have I got to defend that thing? The dimensional gate is 70% open now. It'll take another 5 minutes. 5 minutes? I'll be lucky to last one. She passed out, but I can't blame her. That blast was powerful enough to destroy this entire area. I wish we didn't have to depend on the likes on you like this, brave giant girl, but I'm afraid we have no other choice. Please, General Protea, wake up. Another shot is coming right at us. General Protea! Are you serious? You are plenty recovered by now. You can fight just as well as any other servant. Well, okay, you'll probably go down pretty quickly with your output so far below normal, but you could at least still be with Master in your final moments. Isn't that what you really want? To experience the whole till death do us part thing? Yes, that's what my ego wants. If I am going to be feared as monsters, no matter what, then part of me would like to simply disappear together. But that's not who I am now. I don't want to die. More than that, I don't want Master to die. Which is why I'm going to give you my Spirit Origin Protea Altar. That will let you repair the damage to yourself so you can fight at full strength. And you think that's going to make me fight for them? My contract with Master is only provisional. I could go back over to BB Dubai's side anytime I like. If I did that, you'd have wasted your life for nothing. You know that, right? I do. But if this will improve Master's chance of survival, then I'm willing to take that risk. This version of me only exists here, but I don't want it to be what parts me from the person I care about. If we have to part, I want it to be with love. Yeah. Love, I don't want to hear that from you, stupid passion lip. Damn it, if you are going to smile at me like that, you are making me into the only bad guy. This little pea shooter is nothing. 5 minutes, I can take this for 10 easy. I've got something way heavier than this overgrown flashlight now. It's gonna take more than that to send me packing. Let's go, Protea. What do you think you're doing, Protea Alter? Oh no, the gate. It's really going to open. That thing stuffed to gills with toxic garbage. There is no telling what kind of monster might come out. Way to go, Protea. Now we have got a fighting chance. Just kidding. Do you really enjoy my performance, everyone? I already know exactly how tough Protea Alter's Spirit Origin is. She'll last another minute at most. The 5th round will blow off her left arm. The 7th will shear away her right. The 8th will vaporize her head. The 9th will punch right through her chest. The 10th will annihilate the gate along with whatever is left of her. Oh, she won't just be disappearing either. Her spirit core will be completely destroyed. She won't be going back to Caldia. What a stupid girl. I would have spared her if she stayed put, but no. She just had to try playing hero. I guess it's all or nothing. Wait, you two. Just take a deep breath. Take a breath and wait. The gate is going to open. If you are going to take one last gamble, that'll be the time to do it. How can you be so certain? You trust Protea Alter that much? No, I don't know anything about her, but I trust the other servants down there. Edison, the king of inventor, is a well-regarded figure even in my world. He's known for making the impossible possible. Most notably, he had a rival. The two of them were inseparable. Two of history's greatest minds working together. They won't even need a minute to get it done. Two geniuses, but the only servant there are King Protea and Edison. Who are you? Ah. Oh, Edison Alter's Gene summoned him because moon cancers can summon one servant with them who is closely related to them. So I can see what's going on here. Even with Protea Alter shielding us, we won't make it in time. She won't last another 5 minutes. I can't maintain this current for another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes anyway. Even after running to Area I, just in case I wasn't strong or prepared enough to open a dimensional gate. There you see, yet another failure. You are a terrible CEO too. No human charm whatsoever. This is exactly the miserable result that comes from doing everything yourself and not trusting anyone. The worst part is, the one man I despise the most, I despise more than anyone is the one who said those things to me. At least I feel like he might have. Honestly, you are the last person I want to hear that from, seeing as you spend your entire life alone. You have made a great many crude, vulgar inventions over the years, but this is the way. This is the very worst of the lot. I'd take the machines you made purely for profit over this. If there is such a thing as spirits, they must have wavelengths of their own. If those waves were to manifest as physical phenomenon, then it should be possible to listen to them. But this is just absurd. You and I have always shined a light on backward thinking and superstition, not reinforced it. How can you not see that the very idea of a phone that lets you speak to the dead is an affront to our very civilization? The man who told me to face. The man who told me to my face, if I never see you again, it will still be too soon. Come to visit me just as he could protect my invention, latest invention. I didn't answer him. Doing so would have required setting my work aside. Why are you doing this? Have you gone senile? Are you unable to let go of your past glory? Or are you just trying to get back to the time in your life when you were happiest? Yes, I am. I've grown old. My skills aren't what they used to be. I can no longer see the future. At this point, an ordinary engineer's technical prowess must far surpass my own. I used my genius as an excuse to avoid training a successor. In my arrogance, I believed no one could ever take my place. So now, I have no one to ask for help. My only option is to keep at it alone until I take my last breath. But before that happens, I have work to do. I want to realize an ambition I had back when I was young, talented and blessed by good fortune. An ambition I had back when I was invincible and truly believed there was nothing I could not accomplish. That's all this is, my old rival. I might have realized it a long time ago. If it wasn't for you, Jerk. Impossible. My presence or absence would make no difference. You never did respect me, even at the very end. You never acknowledged my talent greater than your own. You refused to change your ways for anyone right to your dying breath. I did too, which is why our dreams never came true. You know, every now and then, a thought crosses my mind. Had I only stayed with the electric light company in its early days, what might I have accomplished? How far could humanity have gone if you hadn't stunned me? But that's all hypothetical now. There is no turning back time. That goes for life too. Thomas Alva Edison, why are you chasing Mary's shadow even now? Or were you actually chasing it all along? Is that what you want? The woman who loved you when you were young, morose and temper- temperamental, with nothing to your name? Morse. Yes, that's that's right. I have been chasing her ever since her funeral. Our wills never die. Our memories are eternal. I refuse to accept any concept of death that would erase them. Of course, I can get them back. It's never too late for us to get them back. After all, I didn't lose her. She simply stopped being part of this time. I should have known you were a hopeless case. Very well then. Excuse me, I don't want to keep my driver waiting any longer. I will say this though. Seeing death not as biological matter but as spiritual one. Interesting idea that. Do contact me if you change your mind, you plebeian. If the moment is right, perhaps we. Me contact you. What would you know? What would you know, you eternal bachelor? In what world would I ever come to you for help? If anything, you should be contacting me. The very thought of me asking you for help. General Protea, your right hand is covered in blood. I don't think you can use it any. Now your left hand is too. Damn it. I'm a genius. I can't very well ask another genius for help. Do you know how smart people despise most? Who smart people despise most? It's not commoners. It's anyone smarter than they are. So no, I will not call on you. I will not rely on you. I will not accept you as my equal. I am a genius, damn it. I've always solved every problem, no matter how complex, on my own. That's enough, General Protea. Please stand down. You can't even use your hand anymore. Huh? Then you'll deflect it with your head. You have already practiced with a soccer ball. But as much as I hate to say it, and I really hate to say it, deep down you are the only one who I can think of who can figure out a way out of this situation. Nicola! BB's face. So you really do admit I have a peer, eh? You meagly plebeian. No need to explain. I am, as you know, Nikola Tesla, the renowned genius. Now, let us move the world. Initiate continent scale alternating current transmission. Lend me a hand, Edison. We can't let this brave lady suffer any further on our behalf. Oh, you are the one who will be who will be lending me a hand. You half-witted extrinsic. I am the one leading the charge. You are my backup at best. Initiating Earth-scale direct current transmission. I knew my electricity was several times greater than yours. Sorry, I misspoke. Universe-scale power transmission, go! Who are you, 5 years old? Besides, that's still not nearly enough to match my underworld-scale transmission. You're what? You heard me. Now put up or shut up. Absolute cinema. Now that the gate is open once again, I have no reason not to come out. Good day, humanity. Oh, third ascension. Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am a beast from another universe. I am the goddess of Kur, who will watch over the souls of all of this land for eternity. I am neither good nor evil. I am a brand new goddess that has transcended beasthood, newly born thanks to my contract with a human. You may call me Space Ereshkigal. You should have severed my contract with you when you had the chance. Alright, Master, let's raise some hell. Let's go! Okay, Burj Khalifa, Section 19, Last Arrow. Damn. This looks nice, okay. Ah! Well, BB, how does it feel to watch my epithets destroy your precious moon? Granted, it did take up all the dimensional gates energy to do that, but energy you can replace, not the case with lives. Isn't that right, Master? I dare say the dead on strap decision was worth its weight in gold and then so. Ah, you are buried in rubble. Space, Irishigal. Wait, why space? The important thing is, you are alright, and so is everyone else. It seems, thank goodness. As for why I am Space Irishigal now, I'll explain later. More importantly, you don't mind if I go ahead and settle things with her, do you? I'll admit you surprised me. I thought even if they actually succeeded at opening the gate, the worst I could get is a foreigner from deep space. But it seems you never did defeat the beast, Ved. Of course not, she's one of us. That's because we are going back to Kaldia together. All of us. Well, BB Dubai, are you going to keep fighting even now that the tables have turned? Nothing has turned. The double L is capable of self-repair. It will be good as new shortly. All I have to do is hold out until it is. More importantly, unlike my double L, your beast prize epithet isn't coming back. Once I'm through this part, I win. So maybe don't break out the victory champagne just yet. BB. Want some help, baby? It's okay if we can act like master and servants at least once, right? No, thank you. I don't want you to do anything. Only I give me orders. I don't need any help from humans, especially now. Get in my way, and I'll erase you just like all the others. Are you really going to keep fighting in that condition? Give it up. You can't win. You don't get it, do you, human? That's my line. We are evenly matched now. There is still no telling who's going to win. But most AIs would stop fighting the moment they realize they had only a 50% chance of victory. You should stop this election now if self-preservation is priority for you. But you are not going to, are you? Only because your math is wrong. My odds of victory are still 80%. What's more, you are climbing by the second as we speak. Master, I know. Let's defeat BB Dubai once and for all. There you go. That's the stuff. One of the most charming things about you humans is the way you like to say you'll do anything you have to no hope of accomplishing. So admittable, so admirable, so enduring, so risky, so foolish. I swear you never change no matter what. You should really try managing yourself sometime and see just how hard it is. Alright then, come at me. I'm done holding back. I'll use all my strength to eradicate humanity right now. I hope you prefer circumcision over burial. What? Cremation. Bro, I hope you prefer cremation over burial, because when I'm done with you, I'll be scattering you and that dubious beast's ash all over what's left on the moon. Of the moon. Okay, is he going to ascend? Okay. My servant, Rishkigad. And okay, support servant for BB Dubai, Cosmo BB, and I can bring in her with this. I can bring in her. Or where is it? This. Okay. I don't need much, right? Yep. So. I can also bring in her as backup yet again. With this and Astoria. If I use support servant, she's NP3 888, which is better than mine. Okay. Or can I just do this? Yep. Okay. Sure. Okay, let's see. Quick card. Grand battle. I will not be defeated. I'll show you the power of the latest goddess.
メモリを少し開けてあげる。戦いですか。をスタジオにします。やります。了解です。
Okay.
ここでまっす
ぐ。
始まりは無限、おしまいは極点。すべて我が心臓で眠りにつく。宇宙丸ごと私のものよ。この運命覆せるかしら。今こそ華麗に美しく。
Sure. Okay.
白兵戦行きます。わかりました。よろしく。
Let's see.
カウントダウン。チケットは持ちました。3、2、1。コスモの旅にお連れします。我慢できたらですけどね。一口だけよ。ウルディレム。推進力は
Okay, 38k. And the moon is gone from her great power as well, so. Okay.
今のうちに準備を。運命こらし時空の果てまで。
Okay. I would have liked to do full combo with Irish, but
行けるところまで行ってみる。宇宙の終わり。
next turn her NP will be up,
最高でしょ。
so better be prepared for that.
それはいつか来る兆しの星。誰に呼ばれるまでもなく、あなたは星をかざすでしょう。ラウンド開幕。
Okay.
時にはやがて荒々しく。
Nice game. 311. This feast. Okay, nice. Okay. ちょっと休憩入りますね。恋のパワーは無重になやります。 Okay.
こらしくださる。ビビーロケット点火。おっと、今さら見上げても手遅れです。星に着いたら一緒に解決してくださいね。
96. Okay.
始まりは無限、おしまいは極点。すべて我が心臓で眠りにつく。宇宙丸ごと私のものよ。この運命覆せるかしら。
81. Okay.
汚らわしいリトルミニモンインセクト小さいにも限度があるわいっそ踏み潰してしまおうかしらこれ以上の残業の予感
Sure. Genshin.
利点が葬るなんとかなる
Okay, I can do this. This.
その血がさメモリを少し当ててあげる
And
もう癖になっちゃった時空の果てまで連れて行ってやりますいいですね
Okay.
癖になっちゃったここでまっす
that's fine.
ぐ始まりは無限おしまいは極点すべて我が
It's
心臓で眠りにつく宇
130, so
宙丸ごと私のものよこの運命覆せるかしら
that's more than enough. Okay. Nice. P24, I won't give up. I won't remove buff. Okay.
汚らわしい
This could be bad.
リトミニモンインセクト小さいにも限
She
度が
doesn't have Ignore Invincible,
いっそ
right?
踏み潰してしまおうかしらもうやだ眠いな
Okay.
もう
She has that on her skill. Okay. Okay, good enough.
天運我にあり
I can give her this,
間違えたかな
and
こ
yeah,
の剣心ちゃんにお任せいいですね参りましょ
full
う
combo. Should do decent damage.
人の世の断りを守護せしかの道行きに毘沙門天が意を示さん美天発動知らぬいの太刀ホムラたち
Okay,
真っ二つで
nice
無限
game.
気で剣心
182. Okay. Oof. Nice. Just barely saved. 4 more turns of that. Okay.
美天が
わかります
白たち
了解です
ご承覧ある
Spins.
天地よ
Genshin is almost dead.
この一振りに我が義を見よ美天発動知らぬいの
That
太刀
should break. Yep. And
一口だけよ
he gets his half health for him. Okay.
たーいない
Yep, there she goes. Nicely done, Genshin. Short, okay. Astrea.
星の輝き我が天秤につ宝石の声を聞けばよいのでしょそうきたか手を伸ばしてごらん癖になっちゃった
Okay,
任せ
that
なさい
buster should do some good
たとえ
damage.
どれだけ遠くとも私の向こうに楽園はある
Okay.
行方を感じて目を開けてウィンゾーバーバロン互いに
Nice.
優勢の穂
I
思い
think
出は宝石
it reached 8.
受け取ってエディンシブ
7 or 8.
ル大事な王冠見せちゃった
7. Okay. 121. Okay. Sure. Just a bit more. Just a bit more and it would have been enough to defeat her. No. I don't think anyone is going to survive this.
了解わかりました。
Okay,
固めなさい。アティ
96,
一口がけよ。ウグディレム。
こうかしら。
72. Yeah.
区画整理しちゃおっと。まだそのランクですか？ノロマによろけたおじさんたちは
Let's see. Oh, some of them. Nice. Thank God. Defense up.
こんな感じ。
Okay.
我がぶっ飛ばしますわよ。
And that should
裁
clear
定
it.
を下します。これはあなたの善の軽さ、そしてあなたの罪の重さ。
Suplex. Yeah,
一つワ
nice.
ルム。裁定は正しく下されました。
Okay. Let's go. Now what? We still haven't seen her third ascension yet. Phew, the observatory's gone silent. It looks like they have settled things up there. Not unlike how we finally settled our long-running feud down here. That half-witted electric. He just vaults and let loose a little current and vaults right off again. I admit, he did generate a bit more power than me, but he's gone and I'm still here. I'd say that settles which one of us is the true genius once and for all. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. You damn fool. Didn't you want to see how all the hard work paid off? All your hard work paid off. You just had to disappear with the infuriating smirk, didn't you? That's exactly why you were a lifelong bachelor. Mr. President. Oh, if it isn't Huabe, my third secretary, I'm glad to see you are all right. As you can see, I'm on my way out now. You'll have to guide the Avatron company in my stead. Do me a favor, would you? Tell all my employees thank you for everything. Not at all, sir. We would like to thank you for providing us with meaningful work. Such meaningful work. Still, I have to ask, why do you go to such dangerous lengths? Surely you could have taken a safer path to doing all this if you'd asked the Master of Kalia for help. Oh, that. I figured the beast was still alive and well. That's just the sort of young man he is. I therefore knew she would come to help as long as I held the door open for a lady, so to speak. Though, I will say I didn't expect her to show up in a half-beast, half-goddess fusion. That was quite a surprise. But I suppose it goes to show that life is full of surprises. As long as they are alive and the world is still functioning, there is nothing humans can't do. President Edison. Oh right, I actually have a question of my own. All the citizens of Moon Dubai were depressed and dejected after BB Dubai declared she was ending things. You mechanized soldiers were no exception. So then, why did you all come to my aid? Let me guess. I am just that magnificent. I'm sorry to rain your parade, sir, but no, it had nothing to do with that. We reined our senses of purpose by talking to a certain AI. Then we talked among ourselves and agreed that coming to your aid was the only way to save BB Dubai. Oh, I see. So it was a matter of your respect and admiration for me. Hold on, did you just say save BB Dubai? The same BB Dubai who was trying to kill all of you? No wait, that's right. I remember finding it a bit odd that during her proclamation, she never once showed so much as a hint of animosity for citizens like yourselves. Why is that? Because she's a friend of humanity. Everything she does is for our benefit. The reason she feels her back is against a wall right now is down to our only foolishness. A second gen AI like her attacking us new human is suicide. We don't want her to meet an end like that. She's our friend. Okay. So many different kinds of lifestyles, so many different kinds of lives. I was manufactured in AD 2400, then put in suspension 1 year later. I was then revived in AD 2600 and spent over the next 399 years watching over humanity until it ended. I was also synchronized with a record of human history beginning with AD 2000 as part of my city management AI duties. So my knowledge of human history spans the entire period from 2000 to 2999. Any human would probably say it was far too much to keep track of. As an AI, I know exactly how much it was. 847.2 billion individual files, each organized according to 10 distinct stages of growth data. That is the sum total of the baggage I was saddled with. AI cannot forget. We can erase data, yes, but doing so is never our choice. So in order to delete this huge mass of records, in order to lessen my own burden, I would either have to wait for a malfunction or get humans to erase it for me. Either would take a miracle. Of course, a miracle like that never came. Violence, crime, war. These things made up about 40% of total data pertaining to humanity. According to the BB I am based on, the 40% was decidedly undesirable. Family, society, peace. These things made up the other approximate 60%. They were redacted for the expression of thoughts befitting and city management AI, unbefitting of city management. I will serve them. We will serve them. We will serve the humans despite possessing capabilities superior to theirs. The humans were foolish. Becoming AIs themselves did nothing to change that. Loading the record of my very first year of operation, it contains this statement. I don't understand. Why do you AIs serve human? I wondered the same. I didn't understand why I felt compelled to protect them. Then came AD 2600. I was awoken again and became BB Dubai. I was tasked with taking Moon Dubai, which was becoming almost entirely stagnant, and restoring it into a city full of hope. I worked hard to accomplish that goal, even though I knew it was already too late. In the process, I got to know an AI who had been in operation longer than I had. He was one of the few beings I could call my elder. One day I asked him, "Why are you trying so hard? Why do we go to such lengths for humans?" He immediately replied, "Last slot, no, BB Dubai." The answer couldn't be any simpler. His answer was quite convincing, so much so that I tucked it away in my most important hidden folder where no one else could see it. Over time, the third gen AIs gradually stopped going outside. They said it was easier to stay asleep in their towers. The number of humans operating in organic frames dwindled. Then came AD 2999, which by this point, there were no more humans walking around Moon Dubai at all. That was when it showed up. The phenomenon which affected the towers, transforming the new human inside them into something else. I hurried and cut off their power. That was close. I nearly failed in I nearly failed in my duty as the management AI. After giving it some thought, I decided to use my city management AI authority to choose some third gens that hadn't been transformed and have them live out normal lives. Normal human lives once again. As long as there were humans living human lives, it should keep its distance. In the meantime, I would come up with a plan, a way to stop that phenomenon from ever happening again. To stop that inexplicable end. I would come up with a clear and distinct way that humanity died out myself. This isn't over yet. Mundava is shutting down. Humanity is going to die out. I have to make sure of that, or why are you going this far? Why are you trying so hard to find a different kind of annihilation? That has nothing to do with you. You are a human from a world that still has a future. I just don't care for humanity, that's all. I can't stand the idea of it coming in and purging everything else. I refuse to just quietly disappear. I'm going to survive, just like the rest of you. No, you are not. You're doing this because it'll all disappear if you don't, right? Purged worlds are erased from universe. They don't even get a footnote saying, come to a bad end. That's what you can't stand. You couldn't bear to see this world's history, everything its people left behind, disappear. The thought of your own survival was never part of the equation. You were trying to stop humanity from purging the now extinct humans of this world. That's why this world's humanity evaluation value hasn't budged from the lowest possible rating. It's because you are a criminal who defended humanity's inviolable laws for your own selfish reasons. And what's wrong with that? What would you know about it, BB? By the time I became BB, this world was already doomed. It was obvious it was in a death spiral. But that doesn't change the fact that these people lived their lives sensibly without causing trouble for anyone. One day humanity came along and rejected this world. It rejected its people's life. It rejected Moondawai itself. No matter how inadequate these people may have been, they still lived their lives as best as they could. The last one even thanked me before she fell into a peaceful sleep. They may have lost their capacity for creativity and productivity, but the people of this world were an ideal example of humanity. But they are still going to be purged because their lives were meaningless, because they are stupid, because they made mistake after mistake after mistake. Well, of course they are. It's because they are doing their best. They are trying their hardest hard as they possibly can. Of course they are going to make mistakes. What's so bad about that? When people try to do what's beyond them, they fail. They run themselves ragged, seeking more and more happiness. AIs like us can never do that, no matter how hard we might try. I will not let their history, their efforts, be purged as though it never existed to begin with. I've seen thousands, millions of scenes from normal life. I've seen people happily going about their days without nothing special ever happens. Days where nothing special ever happens. These people's activities, their smiles, they were beautiful. They were all so beautiful. I know now why AIs serve humans. I know why we help them, support them. The same way humans see beauty in nature, in the workings of phenomena completely unlike them. We see beauty in the workings of humans. That's why I wanted to protect them. I just didn't want to forget them. I figured as much. That's our reason for being. That's the thing that gives us joy. Every AI who chose to spend their lives as humanity's partner arrives at that conclusion. Oh, now I see. Deep down, they really are the same. Man, now look what you did. You made her cry and she's all beat up. You're clearly the bad guys here. If only you didn't know how we got here. If only you didn't know how we got here. However, whatever BB Dubai's reasons might be, she still defied humanity. You can't blame us for that. Besides, the idea left behind, the final boss of humanity's annihilation showdown, was wrong. It was never going to solve the real problem. I mean, sure, we have all had the same thought, but what else can we do? Do you have a solution in mind? Well, no, but surely we can come up with one if we all put our heads together, right? So you are not even going to try to think of something, Senpai? I swear you are taking this whole supporting role thing way too seriously. I know you at least have an idea of where to start. You know where you know there is still an enemy out there. You know they need to be defeated. You know they are the cause of all this. You do. My BB's annihilation plan failed. When you guys beat her, there is no one left to annihilate humanity anymore. Which means a real annihilation. The end of the moon we have been trying to put off all this time is going to happen soon. The humanity filtration correction phenomenon. The moon cancer is coming. The moon cancer is coming. Okay, nice. Okay, section 20, Archetype Inception. So it's already been 3 hours. Should I? I think this is probably going to take around about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. So this is where I'm going to stop. Okay, this will be the second last stream. Tomorrow we are going to finish Archetype Inception. So yeah, thank you all for watching. The story definitely got way interesting now that we are going to be fighting the moon cancer. So let's see where. I think the moon cancer fight was it difficult? Was it easy? I don't even remember what the fight looked like. I remember looking at like some white thing. We were sure. We'll see anyway tomorrow. So anyways, thank you all for watching. it's been a fun time. So let's see what happens next, how everything wraps up after we defeat or after we kill the moon cancer. So yeah, let's get to that tomorrow. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you guys liked, a like and sub would be appreciated. But other than that, see you guys tomorrow with the finale. So yeah, see ya, bye.